Public sector workers staged a march outside Parliament against any austerity measures in the budget. The workers want the Finance Minister against reneging on a signed multi-year agreement that starts at 5.5% for the year 2025. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana affirmed the wage deal with additional allocations.
A 3-year wage agreement has been reached, although the agreement exceeds the 2024 budget. In the medium-term budget policy statement projections, its duration reduces uncertainty in the budget planning. This agreement will cost an additional 7.3 billion in 25-26, 7.8 in 26-27, and 8.2 billion in 27-28. These are the companies that are outside marching for me.
But the allocated resources came with a caution. Government says the departments must put the monies allocated to good use. In addition, it has made a stand warning that only departments that have demonstrated the ability to reduce their wage bill will be entitled to the funding to cover the new wage increment. Government is encouraging workers to consider an early retirement at the age of 55, with 11 billion rand budgeted in the coming year for this.
An amount of 11 billion rand provisional allocated for the next 2 fiscal years for the early retirement initiative, whose intention is to attract younger employees into the public service. Preliminary savings are expected to average 7.1 billion per year over the medium term, long term. The savings will be retained by the departments. The interventions on the wage bill are aimed at ensuring that when key frontline staff are lost through natural attrition and retirement, sectors are able to fill vacant posts to keep service running effectively.
The Public Servants Association's Claude Naika says, although they welcome the budget, they caution public sector workers against taking the early retirement package, saying in this economy, most workers can't afford to retire.
If you're looking at broader society, from not only our members' perspective, from the public sector side or from the public, delivering a suitable and proper service, you need adequate staff, especially in education and health. If you're going to let these people go without having a proper plan in place, I think we're heading for a crisis. So we're cautioning members to think very carefully before one takes this back.
Cosatu's Matthew Parks has also challenged government to come with a plan that will capacitate the public sector in making up for the skills that will be lost through the early retirement plan.
Look, these are short-sighted solutions. You remember in Madiba's administration, the other Madiba, Nelson Mandela, teachers were offered voluntary severance packages. Government regretted it later. Government closed many teaching colleges and they regretted it later. Over the past few years, the late Pravin Goran had to go try to bring back engineers to ESCOM, to Transnet, to Denel, because we've lost those skills. So you're trying to rebuild the state and you end up losing valuable skills. That's also been our point of departure with government. When you impose a wage freeze, when you reduce what you pay nurses and teachers, doctors, police officers, they'll go to better paying jobs in the private sector or even overseas. So yes, it might look nice in the balance sheet to reduce expenditure, but then you'll suffer the consequences.
Expectations are for the 5.5% salary increase for government workers to kick in on the 1st of April 2025. Katlego Logodi, SABC News in Johannesburg.